Welcome to Now. I'm your host, Curtis Parody, bringing you the news happening in the world right now. So it's Wednesday, the middle of the week, so I thought, what could I possibly tell you guys to make you just a little bit more happy before the weekend comes? How about the fact that both you and I did not win the greatest summer job ever? Wait, that's not good news at all. That's bad news. Sorry about that, but hey, a lucky student named Seb Smith beat out over 2,000 applicants to win what some are calling, and what I would considerably call, the greatest summer job ever. But what could this job possibly be? Well, how about the fact that Seb Smith will get paid to travel around the world and test water slides. Yep, I'm not kidding here. He's gonna get paid to test/ride water slides around the freaking world. Sponsored by First Choice Resorts and created primarily as a publicity stunt, Seb will travel to each of the 20 Splash World resorts in a 6-month period. So next time you're having a bad day at work or school, just remember, this guy right here is getting paid to travel the world and ride water slides. So though the last story probably didn't cheer you up, maybe this next one will. Microsoft has officially sent out invitations to the press to attend an unveiling of their next generation Xbox. The event will take place at Microsoft's campus in Redmond, Washington on May 21st. Beyond that, nothing much else has been released. It's expected that Microsoft will show off the next generation Xbox at this event and talk about its functionality, but a full preview may not be available till E3 in June. One big rumor floating around online right now about this device is the fact that it will require an always-on internet connection to function. This would mean that people with slow or not always-on connected internet could have issues with this device. If this proves to be true, it could be an interesting move for the gaming company. So we'll just have to wait and see what they announce at this event. My only hope is that they do a little bit better than Sony did at their PlayStation event, which had them showing off games, but not the actual device, which personally I found a little strange. Continuing to talk about gaming and E3 coming up, the biggest names in gaming are getting ready for the big event. EA has already announced that they'll be hosting a press conference on June 10th at 1 p.m. Pacific time to show off some new games and possibly some in the works for the new consoles like the Xbox and PlayStation 4, which of course will be hitting store shelves later this year. No other news has been announced by EA about this press conference, and for my Sim fans out there who will watch, I doubt there'll be any new Sim news, as the Sim division at EA just recently announced new content like last week. But you can keep checking back right here because I'll be sure to keep you up to date on everything coming out of E3 during that week. Jumping away from the video game world now, another big company had a big announcement today. Apple has announced the dates for its annual Worldwide Developer Conference held in San Francisco. The conference will be held from June 10th to the 14th, and tickets for the event will start going on sale tomorrow, April 25th at 10 p.m. Pacific time. But hey, if you're thinking it would be awesome to attend an event like this, keep in mind that it's meant more for developers of applications for Apple's iOS and Mac lines. It's not really meant for the average consumer, and with each ticket costing $1,599, you're probably going to want to think twice about buying a ticket just because you wanted to go. WWDC traditionally kicks off with a big keynote from Apple where they talk about this year's profits and announce new profits. Back in 2007, this was the Apple event to be at, as Apple announced the very first iPhone. Though this year it appears that the announcements might not be all that we're hoping for. In a recent conference call, Apple CEO Tim Cook talked about the fact that great new Apple products would be coming out later in the year. Later meaning probably like this fall. So the big question here, will we see the iPhone 5S at this event? Well, it's hard to say. Maybe, maybe not. One thing I am sure about though is that we will not see a new iPad or new iPods, but the Mac could be getting an upgrade, and since the Mac Pro has been lacking an update for many years, it's about time it gets some update love. Though we may not see the new iPhone 5S, it's a good bet that we will see the next version of its operating system. iOS 7 is expected to be released this year, and this conference is a perfect place for it to be announced. Once again, we'll just have to wait and see what Apple announces, and you can bet that I will keep you up to date on all of the news coming in. So taking a jump back to the very first story we talked about today and talking about a dream summer job, I want to know, what would be your dream summer job? Personally, I think I'd take like the water slide test and gig, but what about you? It could be anything. Tell me in the comment section below, or of course you can always let me know on my Facebook page, through Twitter, or on Google+. Links to all that and the other topics I talked about in today's episode in the description below, along with the always amazing subscribe button. So until next time, I'm Curtis Parody, and that's what's happening now. Hey everyone, I hope you enjoyed this video. You can of course check out more videos that I create by clicking on them below. Check out Now for the latest news happening in the world right now.
Paradise Gaming for some fun gameplay videos, or of course my personal vlog channel to see what I'm doing outside of my studio. Also, if you're interested in supporting the show and getting some new clothes for yourself, just like this shirt, you can pick up this one if you want. Check out the store at thecurtisparadystore.ca. Bye everyone.